Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Day Trade with Tony. This is Thursday's trade recap. Obviously today is Friday. I am 12 hours ahead of the market, so it's difficult for me to do trade recaps on the same day anymore. But yesterday we started off very poor. Well, actually, we started off really well. Got over goal, gave it all back and then some, kind of almost double a goal in negative. Then came back, got green again, and then hit the earnings with Amazon. So what does that look like? Just bear with me 1 second. Essentially, traded ABVC, and it was the first thing. It popped up in pre-market. We went with 7,000 up, maybe even 8,000 off the top of my head. We're about 7,000 up. Go check out the recorded live stream from earlier. It's all on there. But ABVC moving up, moved up really well from we got in at about $1.70 something and rode it up to almost $4. So then we gave it all back. So it could move up to $4 and we could give it all back and then some besides. We finished 7,500 down on that particular ticker. How I managed to do that is beyond me, beyond idiocy, complete imbecilic trading. But it adds weight to what's become one of my catchphrases now. Is get green, stay green. Obviously, we didn't do that. Get to goal and get out. So then we traded HAS. And that went against us as well. So we lost 2,500 on that one. That was moving reasonably well. And then we traded ST Microelectronics, STM, and we took a trade on that. That didn't go. We looked for a breakout, but it didn't break out. It was more of a fake out, and that didn't go our way either. All of those recorded trades on the live stream from earlier. So go watch the live stream from earlier. You can see all of that from earlier. And then we traded PRTA. So PRTA, we got. I don't know what I'll do is I'll show you this chart here. Okay, so PRTA, this is straight out of TradingView, which is actually straight out of TraderView, but it's the TradingView charts. So if you're not familiar with TraderView, it's the platform that I use to journal and log all my trades. Go check it out. There's a link in the description here. You can try it out it is a freemium service. You can try it out for free. You've got limited report functionality for free, but if you like it, then scaling and it's not expensive, but check that out. So I'm using the trading view charts in TraderView, and as you can see here, at the open, we had this huge sell-off, massive sell-off. It was a $40 stock in pre-market, and it came all the way down to like $28, just over $28. Bit of a bounce. I thought that may be a dead cat bounce, but when he started to move up again, great entry would have been here at $31 for the new swing high. But it just continued to move up. So I took a position here, added to the position, and got greedy as we got a couple of pullbacks and moved up. I couldn't see any company-specific news that warranted the sell-off. I thought, okay, this is, for whatever reason, it's sold off. It's going to bounce. It's going to get back up towards 40K. Certainly, I couldn't see any company-specific news for the sell-off. So I was thinking, okay, it's going to bounce. It's going to get back up towards $40 a share. And maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it'll get back up towards that $40 level. Today, the way it's moving, I think, stonewall $35. We're going to get at least $35. So we're down to 28, all the way up. We got in here at $32, and as it broke $32, then we added to the position, got greedy as it continued to make its move up, and I thought, okay, I'm going to add more. So added more, and then we flushed down. But I didn't panic. What I did is I looked on the chart where there was a last pullback on the chart that we red candle and look for the support, and I found the support here. There's actually a red candle here if you see. There's a red candle here. So I looked for the support there, put my line there, and I thought, okay, that's going to be my stop. Risked quite a bit in that, but it pulled all the way back and almost took me out, and then moved it all the way back up. And I wasn't the only one. So this is something that you can watch this live on doing this live on the earlier recorded live stream, and we saw this moving up. I think I ended the live stream about here, 11:30ish. I was in profit at this stage, in the green. One of Alistair was in it with me. He got green as well. He'd done a similar sort of thing and took a position up here before it pulled down. And as it broke $34, I added to the position. And guess what happened? It pulled back again. But I thought, no, this is going to $35. So I'm having it at $35. And I was cast iron in my belief, just based on what I was seeing. I was thinking, this is going to hit $35. So it immediately bounced, and I held through it, and then it started to pull back again. So I took some profits there. Just wanted to lock some green on the board. Then as it started to make new highs here, I re-added and got back in. It pulled back, so I thought I'd buy the dip here, and then it went into the period of consolidation. Kind of finding support at $33, period of consolidation. As it started to make its move up, took some more profits, and lo and behold, it broke $35. I was right. You know, I wouldn't say I'm the best live trader on YouTube. I must be top 3. Just from what this was, it did pull back after 35, and so I got out here for a profit just before 35. But as it broke 35, pulled back, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get in again. So I got in again. It pulled back again. I bought the dip, knowing full well, believing full well that it was going to go back over 35, and it did. It went up to a high of 35.34. And I took some profits there, a little bit more here, and then I got out for pretty much for break even here on the rest. So put a stop in place. Now that was essentially what I'll do is I'll speed that up, because that was over the course of about 3 hours, and a lot of just sitting twiddling my thumbs. And at one stage I was playing PUBG on my phone whilst watching the action, because it was just so sideways, go nowhere, do nothing, choppy. But I had conviction that this was going $35. I was actually hoping it would go more, but I had conviction it was going to $35 today. Friday, it'd probably go even higher. It'd probably go to maybe even $38 on Friday, and fill that gap. It does have a gap to fill to $40. And I strongly believe it will fill that gap, if not to Friday, at some point next week. So that was PRTA. That took us just below profitability. So we were slightly in the red, a couple of $100 or whatever it was, after trading that. Then we traded Amazon. We were waiting for the earnings. I traded Amazon to the long side to start off with, and I managed to make a couple of $100 to the long side. So as it started to pull back, I traded to the short side, and I made $500 to the short side. I held that position into the close, waiting for, and I had a stop loss in position coming into the close. So when it's closed, that's not going to work. So I had to cancel that. I was looking for a kind of indications of which way it was going to go before the numbers came out. So then I took the profits there, short for $500, not huge, not a big deal, $500 short. Then I looked for my indication of which way the action was going to go, and I saw the spike, the initial liquidity grab, the pullback, and then that's when I entered, and I took a nice position to the upside, went long on it, and I got, you can see here, went long on it, and I got a nice move here. Took some profits here, more here and here. Then as it pulled back, moved back up, I got back in, took some more profits, added up at the top, and then as it started to pull back, I got out. I probably should have made a bit more, left a bit on the table, but So it started looking weak up at 100, 126. I thought, okay, I'm done. And that's it with earnings. You've got approximately 2 to 3 minutes to make your money with it. As the numbers come out, maybe a little bit later when the conference call happens, you might get another little spike of activity, but I wanted to go watch my football. So I finished the trade, locked up the montage, closed it down and went and watched the football. And not only did that take me green on the day, trading Amazon, it took me over goal. So lovely trade with Amazon. Now that video, you can watch that video, recorded video. That'll be in the members section. So that's for channel members only. But if you want to watch that, go check out, go and become a member, and you can watch that and other exclusive video content for members only in the members section. Okay, so where does that take us on the month? Because October's not been kind to me, and I probably should have traded more earnings. Certainly this week, I should have traded last week on earnings, but because trading earnings, you've got to be quick. You've got to have your hotkeys set up for fast execution. It's difficult if you've not got a direct access platform, but trading earnings was certainly worthwhile for me today, and I'll probably do it again in the coming week as well. There's some big earnings next week, so watch out for that. So where does that take us on the month? Okay, so this is October, as you can see. And we had a red day yesterday, which took us back into drawdown. It means we're still in drawdown because it was 9,000 red day. Just shy of 8,000. It means we're only in a small drawdown. So where does that leave us? We're profitable on the month now, and we're starting to actually make money on the month, just barely. But where are we in terms of drawdown? So we've got 1,300 we've got 3 days left of trading. So we've got 1,300 to clear off on the drawdown. I've got 3 days of trading left. Now, hopefully we can get over goal on all 3 of those days, and it'll give us an 18K to add to the 12, and that'll take us to 40K, essentially. Where will that put us on the year? Because we're in danger of falling behind on the year. That's the thing. We need to be at 1.2 gross. That's tracking, and we're currently at 1.19. So if I have a 10K, I have more than 10K in the next 3 days in profits, gross profits, before we have the fees and charges. But if I have more than 10K in profit, then we're on track. If I have less than 10K in profit in the next 3 days, then we're behind schedule for the year. And I'm not too worried about. I'd like to be on target for the year. We're over the million net already, so we're on target net, and that's the most important number, the net number after fees and charges. But I'd like to have all of the goals that I set at the beginning of the year hit. So the daily goal was 6K. The monthly goal was 1.5 gross. So for us to get to goal, we've got 2 months left. We need to be at 1.2. So it's 120K per month. So we need to be at 1.2 after month 10, which is October. So that's where we're at the moment. We're 10K away from being at goal for October. So if we can have that 18K, 3 days at 6K, it puts us slightly over goal going into November. And hopefully that will set us up well for November. Now, October was good last year. It's not been good for me this year. So I'm not going to take any big swings needlessly just to catch up if I do find myself falling behind on the year. Profitable months. That's what's important. Having profitable months. So looking at the statistics here, you can see still across the year that 2 to 1, every 3 trades I've got a loser. I've got today, for example, it was a 50-50. I had 3 winners, 3 losers. But the 2 to 1 is considered a good level to achieve in terms of trade accuracy. If I look at the gains versus losses, kind of 2.3 versus 1.2. So 1.15 versus 2.3 is pretty much 2 to 1 as well. So That 2-to-1, the gold, what's known as the golden ratio in day trading, it's prevalent throughout my trading. You can see the P&L is far from a straight line, and anyone that does have a straight line in the P&L over the course of time, view it with suspicion. I've had some really big wins this year, earlier in the year. If you look at the days and times, you'll see October's not been good for me. It really hasn't. So if we look at the month, it's the worst performing month. I've got 3 days to put that right, and it only takes one stock. It only takes one big trade, but I've got to view with the basic mentality. I can't be hoping for something to go parabolic and me getting the full move. So as you can see, October is my worst performing month of the year, followed by June. Since June, I've not been performing optimally. I've not been trading as well as I should be. Managed to pull September out of the bag after having a bit of a slow start. I was relocating across July, August, so mitigating factors there. But we're way off the levels that we had in May through March through May. So you can see what I've been tending to do. And I know what's been happening, and I've been looking at it across the year. That opening 15 minutes, I've been looking to capture a big move, and it's been often gone against me. So I've been trading pre-market and building up a cushion, and then giving it away in that first 15 minutes, and then getting it back later in the day. So look. All's well that ends well, but I need to manage my risk better in that first opening 15 minutes, and that's something that I need to do better. You can see that Mondays is clearly my my worst performing day. If I look at the win days versus loss days, but you can actually see these numbers here in terms of performance by day of the week. Well, on the winning days, if I have a winning day on a Monday, I've not been making as much on the winning days in Mondays, with the exception of Fridays. I make more on Mondays than I do on Fridays when it's winning, but I lose more on Mondays. Mondays is my biggest losing day of the year. So if I have a losing day, it's usually a big day on a Monday. Occasionally I have a big losing day on a Friday. So I need to cut that out. Going into or coming out of the weekend, and I need to be mindful of that across the board. Thursday is by far my best day for trading, both in terms of losses and gains this year. So looking at this now, I'm starting to trade earlier in the day as well now. When I see those moves up, but the biggest losses, as I say, the majority of my losses are coming in that first 15 minutes of the market after the bell. So that's, if you're not using TraderView, as I mentioned before, this is TraderView. It really is a fantastic tool, a fantastic platform to log your trades, to keep abreast of what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. You can see here that all my red days are marked, clearly marked. July, didn't trade too much in July because of the move. I had the first couple of weeks off in August as well. But since then, I've just not been trading very well since June. If honesty's going to strike, so I need to pull that out of the bag. I need to get back to basics in November and December, because we're at risk. We've got all that goodness from March through May. Some really big days, really big trades. A couple of my biggest trades ever, and three of my biggest days ever were in April and May. So I need to get back to basics, because those home runs will come, and we're at risk of giving away all that goodness from earlier in the year if we keep trading poorly. So that's where I'm at right now. As I was saying earlier, I trade live every single day, 8:30 So now before the market opens, 8:30 till usually 10:30 or 11 a.m. So for 2 to 2.5 hours of the market, I'm trading live here, right here on this channel every single day. So come join me. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I do a impromptu live from time to time, either power hour or earnings or whatever, and you'll get notified. If you want a notification when I'm going live, you'll get notified if you hit that notification bell. So do that, and come join me live. Friday is the next time I'm going to be live, so Friday the 27th. After that, I obviously won't be trading over the weekend. I'm only trading equities. I'm not trading crypto or Forex or futures or anything else on this channel. Only trading equities. So come join me an hour before the market opens, and we'll do it all again. I'm going to give you a summary of the recorded PRTA trade that wasn't on the live. So we'll pick up where we left off on the live stream, and we'll see it out to completion. It's sped up for time purposes. It is a 3-hour trade. So it's going to be sped up for time purposes, but it's all there. You can just download it and slow it down for yourself or whatever. But it's sped up for time purposes, and it's all there. And if you want to watch the Amazon trade, then just become a member. That's going to be posted in the members section shortly. Okay, in the meantime, get green, stay green, get to gold, and get out.
Thank you.